Welcome back to Impossibly Unremarkable, a podcast hosted by myself, Jonathan Butts, my longtime friend, co-host, and sweet pal, Elliott Markson.
You really thought about this before we started.
I had it on my mind.
And we are just two silly geese going wah wah, flying high in the sky, wishing we could go south for winter. Isn't that right?
That is exactly right.
Yes, winter has arrived here in Minnesota. There is snow on the ground, and we are cold as balls.
Yeah, it was really cold. We had like a nice little 4 or 5 day spurt of like decently warm weather where you can go out in shorts and tank top.
And then the next day, fucking God hit us with a fucking smack to the nose. Boom, right in the teeth.
Boom. I worked from home yesterday.
Yeah, same.
And then today I just really thought about, swerving into another car and just like,
oh my God,
being done with the drive.
Don't do that.
You hate the commute.
We need you.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to do this by myself.
I've always thought it should be goosen instead of geese.
Goosen?
Goosen. Like goosen.
Goosen.
Like I saw a flock of goosen.
2 goosen.
Goosen.
Couple of goosen.
Yeah. That's just...
I don't like that.
That's my take.
What is it? What is is there another animal that uses like the ending of N, like at the end of it?
No, I don't think so.
So you just thought of this on your own. How did you come up with this?
I just think it should be goosen. Or like
I don't have any way to dispute that.
A single goose should be a gooser.
So you just want to change the name from goose to
really
gooser,
really
and then multiple goosers is geesin.
Yeah, there's like
goosen. Sorry,
a gooser, or over there's a herd of goosen.
Gooser kind of sounds like a slur of some kind. You fucking gooser!
It does.
Just in case that is a slur, I am not aware of it, and please do not.
If it is a slur,
it's
Elliott's idea.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Loudly exclaimed it.
Sounds like it could be something for like a Canadian or something, though.
That's true.
You fucking gooser!
But Canadians are overall pretty good people.
Yeah, overall, I'd say.
Overall.
Overall, most Canadians are decent people.
Yeah.
God bless the people up north. The real north.
Before we dig into our past weeks, I would like to make a quick shout out to some fans of ours. Their names are Brooke, Mackenzie, and Connor.
Shout out you, Brooke.
You know who you are.
Shout out you, Mackenzie. Shout out you, Connor.
You guys are great. They're loyal fans. They're tuning in each week.
Wow.
Our dear friend Kyle looped in Brooke, who looped in Connor, who looped in Mackenzie. Now we got a whole triad of fans.
Let's go.
They've got some good feedback for us. I think they said like surprisingly good or better than you'd think we'd be, something like that, which I would take as a compliment.
Yeah, I think I remember Brooke's comment of better than you'd think it would be,
which is
something like that, right?
Appreciate it.
I'll take it. Hey, tell all your friends that this podcast is better than they'd think it would be, and they might tune in.
Yeah,
I'll take that. Let's go.
Gross us more viewers, which would be excellent. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Ultimately, we need numbers. We need to pad the numbers.
We need to get these numbers up, baby.
Because it's Christmas time. It's cold. It's hard to pay to heat the house.
I have a mortgage. God damn it!
More viewers. What we're trying to say is, Unremarkables. You need to be doing more.
We need more from you
to be lining up.
We come here today on this podcast, and we are asking more of you.
We're going to start a Patreon. You don't get anything special, just like
you're just giving us money.
$10 a month.
Because we need
if
it.
You wanted it. Yeah.
Look at this guy. He needs it. Look at him.
Please.
Look at what he's wearing. What is that, a Goodwill sweatshirt?
Emily's mom got this for me.
Oh. Then it's beautiful. It's very nice. It's very nice. Is that front pocket? Is that fuzzy?
No.
You look really handsome.
Shut the fuck up. You can't walk this one back.
Okay.
What was said cannot be
I'll
said.
stick to it.
How was your weekend?
It was good. As you know, it was Thanksgiving this weekend. I had multiple Thanksgivings to go to, including an 80th birthday party as well. So I had 3 big events this weekend. I had one Thanksgiving with my wife's side, Megan's side of her family, or her shit.
Love you, Steve and Jody.
It was, and then I had an 80th birthday party for Steve's mom.
Love you. What's her name?
Gail.
Gail, happy birthday.
God bless you, Gail. She doesn't listen, I bet. But so that was a blast. Obviously, we're all just trying to get to 80. That's really the goal. I feel like 80 is that threshold where you're like, I fucking made it. I can die any day now, and I'm cool with it. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Like if I'm a healthy 80.
Sure.
Like I've seen 60-year-olds that look like they're falling
80.
apart at the seams, and like I wouldn't want to be that.
Okay,
kind of 60.
Like I don't want to be like on my deathbed at 80.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah,
but like if I make it to 80 and I'm still standing on two legs,
I feel like
let's fucking do it.
You'd be one of those guys that's like 70, 80s, like maybe pushing 90s, and you still like look great. You're in great health.
But mentally, I am just fucking gone.
You're just pudding.
Yeah.
No, man, you'd be of sound mind and body.
Oh God, I hope so. Anyways, yeah, it was a fun weekend. The only thing that I have to complain about is I'm so sick of fucking eating turkey on Thanksgiving. Can we just do away with it? I'm done with it. It's not for me. I'm done. The best thing I ate, which I'm going to ask you this after. The best thing I ate was this amazing grilled Brussels sprout dish.
Oh my
which had like cheese and like, it was so good. It was unbelievable. I love Brussels sprouts. Obviously, by the look on your face, I can tell that you don't feel the same way.
Brussels sprouts are so gross, and Emily and I talked about this like semi-recently.
Yeah.
2 times that we've gone, like you and I have gone to dinner with our friends John and Hannah, also loyal listeners.
Hey.
You and John have like ordered Brussels sprouts for the table. That's so fucking gross.
Dude, when you get like a nice grilled Brussels sprout and they get the spices right, maybe even there's like a little sauce on there, that shit fucking bangs.
If I ordered like, I don't know, mozzarella sticks for the table.
Mozzarella.
But they smelled like ass. Would you not say something?
Well, do they taste good?
They might taste good, but
then
it's
I do
like
not
it's
care.
that pungent odor of Brussels sprout.
Okay,
that
I get
just
it.
Hits your nose.
They
It's
don't
like there's
smell
no way I'm
good.
putting that in my mouth.
I get it. They don't smell good. Well, what was the best thing that you ate? What was the best thing that was on your plate this
on my
weekend?
plate? Emily specifically requested it. My mom followed through. You know what like a little smoky is?
Yeah, I know what little smokies are.
We had bacon wrapped little smokies.
Oh, damn.
They were super good. They were very, very good. They had some like sort of like brown sugarish like coating on them. Tasted really good. You load up on them.
Yeah, you get the sweet and the salty.
Yeah, I definitely had them for breakfast the next morning.
Of course you did. Why wouldn't you?
Very shameful, but you know.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Did you know that people like make like a sandwich after Thanksgiving?
That's the worst. That was one of my top complaints for Thanksgiving.
For the longest time, didn't realize that was even a thing.
Yeah.
And then the other day, I was at our buddy Neil's house, and I'm pretty sure he was eating leftovers from Thanksgiving in a sandwich. And I didn't say anything at the time, but in my head, I was like, God, what the fuck? Why is it a sandwich?
Most of our leftover turkey made its way to a family of feral cats.
Hey, anybody who puts it in a sandwich, you might as well be a feral cat.
My mom, growing up, you know, the day or two after Thanksgiving would always be like, all right, we're having open-faced turkey sandwiches for dinner. And it's like, no,
thanks.
I'm going to starve.
I'm good.
Literally just like a piece of bread, you know, day-old turkey, and then like dunked in, like soaked in gravy.
We need to get rid of the whole like making the leftovers into a sandwich. Let's stop that.
Yeah.
Let's stop it. If you have leftovers and they're good heated up, do that.
Yeah, just have a plate of turkey.
Eat them like normal, because that just makes more sense to me. Why are we creating a Gagabaloosh?
A Gagabaloosh?
A Gagabaloosh sandwich. Like what the fuck are we doing here?
You are right. Your mind is starting to go.
It's already going. That's early onset dementia right there.
Gagabaloosh.
Gagabaloosh. I made up my own word because there's no other way to describe what the fuck these crazy people are doing.
Episode title: Gagabaloosh.
Gagabaloosh. Good luck spelling that. I don't even know what I said.
Gagabaloosh.
Perfect.
Gagabaloosh.
Boom. Episode title done. That's how we do it here.
Boom. Was
that
like my second
we did
time
it early
coming up
on.
with the title?
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't do it very often. I just don't
You're
have
great.
I don't have that creative mind. But I agree with you. Trying to spruce up leftovers by throwing it in a sandwich is not the way.
Not the way.
Make just enough turkey.
Not the way.
Don't have leftovers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy.
There was only one other thing that I did this weekend. I took my wife to a concert. It was her birthday present, which was back in August. We went to... her birthday present was the tickets to this concert.
Yeah.
And now the concert has happened and we attended it. So, the concert was for Young Gravy, who is a rapper who some people might know. He's very popular on TikTok. He's a very tall, funny man, and he creates rap music and raps about like Teslas and booties, I think. I don't know a lot of his music. I mean, I've heard the hits, obviously, but it was fun. It was good to see him there. They do this thing where they have women throw their bras up on stage, and then they count them. Apparently, Minneapolis broke the record. The previous record was like, I can't even remember if it was like 98, he said Atlanta had. I think Minneapolis did like 159 bras up on stage.
Do people just like bring extra bras, or they're just...
I was wondering that same thing. If like... Obviously, they probably the gravy heads.
Gravy heads talk about it.
They probably know that this is a thing that he does. So they probably premeditate, what bra they're going to throw up on stage. Maybe they bring an extra to the show.
Did you throw a bra?
I tried to get Megan to throw one up on stage, but we were a little farther back, and she said that the one she was wearing was too expensive to throw up on there. So I mean, I get it. Bras are expensive. I mean, when you think about it, that's insane that you're just throwing your garments up there.
You should have thrown your boxers up there.
I wish I'd thought of that.
What do you think you would have said?
I don't think it would have.
Hey, it's wet.
The wonderful thing that they do though is is they donate all of the bras, I think, at the end of the tour to like people who need them, I guess.
Oh.
So like that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Shout out Young Gravy. It was a fun show. I'm not familiar with a lot of your music, but it was entertaining. It was a good time.
I don't listen to his music. Does he have like the same like ironic spin that like Lil Dicky does? Or is it
kind of? I would almost relate him to being like comedy rap, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Because he's definitely not like he doesn't take himself too seriously. I don't think anyone who names themselves Young Gravy is taking themselves too seriously. But yeah, it was a fun show. He's a fun performer. Good time. The only thing was that there were so many stoppages during the show because I don't know if people in the crowd were just too fucked up or what was going on. There was probably 3 or 4 songs in a row where he had to stop and be like, hey, whoa, security, come get this person. It looks like they're dying over there. And then he'd like pass out a bunch of waters to everybody. It took up like 20, 25 minutes of the show, just him stopping and then passing out waters to people and getting
just, like,
security to come get these kids who were probably too drunk.
Was it too hot?
No, because I feel like it was at the Armory, and the Armory like keeps the airflow in there. We're not suffocating.
Where were we for Denzel?
We were at Palace Theater.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a little smaller. That was more
Have we
condensed.
been to the Armory?
I don't know if you've been to the Armory. I don't know.
Where was Saba?
That was at First Ave.
I think I've been to the Armory once.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. I'll take you sometime.
Oh.
It's the best venue.
Okay.
Best venue.
I believe it.
Yeah, it was a fun show. Good time. That's it. My wife had fun. So did I.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. What did you do this weekend? Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about here?
I mean, I didn't get to talk about my weekend at all, but
let's talk about it. We got plenty of time.
30 seconds on it, if that's okay with you.
No, we can talk. We can talk about it as long as you want.
My good sir.
Or we can waste extra time just complaining about how you didn't get to talk about it enough.
We could really eat up the minutes. I had obviously like a nice 4-day weekend.
Yep.
Which was great. My first time actually getting like Thanksgiving and Black Friday off.
Nice.
At my current job, it was very nice.
Heck yeah.
Thanksgiving was very, very informal. It was just, my mom and Emily, and we just like had, the most basic Thanksgiving spread possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out to my mom. She doesn't listen to this,
Shout out.
It's whatever,
I love you.
No. Got to see some friends, had some drinks the night prior.
Nice.
Vikings game on Thanksgiving was wonderful.
Yep.
Watched it alone, but
sad.
No, it was. We
were
good.
texting during.
Yeah,
right?
we were texting throughout.
We always like keep in contact during the games.
Yeah. So that was good. I didn't really, accomplish a whole lot else that weekend. I honestly nothing springing to mind.
Okay.
For what I did, but something happened today, and this is going to sound really weird. It might be really lame.
Okay.
But in therapy, something we've tried to work on is like mindfulness. Being in the moment.
Yeah.
Trying to be more observant for what's around you. I'm sure that's come up for you a bit.
Definitely.
And as a way to try to dispel anxiety or, set it aside for a brief moment. But we've talked about mindfulness, and today I was driving to work, and, it was like a 50-minute drive when it should have been 20 or 25, but because of the snow and because, everyone forgets how to drive.
People drive slow.
It was, much longer commute than normal. But as I'm driving, I'm listening to September by Earth, Wind & Fire. One of my all-time favorite songs.
You just listen to that on
your
own time.
I started putting
it on.
I started putting my
Is
music
on your Spotify Wrapped.
I put my music on shuffle, like all my songs, and so it came up. And when I was younger, I used to try to listen to upbeat music in the morning, on the way to school.
Yeah.
Just to set the tone for the day. It never worked. Oh. It was specifically Mambo Number 5. I would,
wait, you would do that before high school? You would just listen to Mambo Number 5 before school to get yourself ready to go?
8th or 9th grade, because I was still riding the bus. The walk to the bus, I would listen to that song to try to set the tone. It never really worked. So
I bet somebody was like, "Man, I wonder what that guy's listening to."
Yeah,
Mambo Number 5.
It's a great song, but it didn't really work. But anyways, so I'm listening to September, which is a fucking bop, number one wedding song.
Yep.
I've heard it a million times, and as I was listening to it, I just sat for a second. I'm like, holy shit, I hear some cowbell in the song that I never heard before.
Whoa.
Yeah, and there's
cowbell in it?
Right? Exactly.
I mean, I'm trying to think what it sounds like, and I don't remember cowbell.
It's tap, 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 tap.
Okay,
tap,
so it's
tap,
a constant
tap, tap, tap. And it plays throughout the entire song. And I'm like, wow, I've listened to this, a gazillion times.
Yeah.
And I caught this very very nonchalant, it's kind of like the bass,
Sure.
You don't, it's there, but you don't really pick up on it. You're not focused on it.
Wow.
But I was just so, I was trying to zone out because I hate driving, in bad weather.
Right.
Just, gets the anxiety, revving up. And I, tried to take a moment to get out of that, and it, it worked.
Wow. So wait, so your mindfulness is working. You were able
in that moment
to use your senses and pick out something you've never heard before because you were being aware of what was going on around you.
And I want to clarify a distinction here. It has nothing to do with meditation.
Wow.
Nothing to do with meditation, because if I started trying to meditate while driving, I might,
You don't meditate while driving. What the fuck? I'm going to try to get more sleep. I'm going to do it behind the wheel. What are you talking about?
It just felt like you were getting really excited, and you were going to start to draw a connection.
No, I wasn't going to. I definitely wasn't going to do that.
Okay.
Wasn't going to do that. No.
You totally were.
No way.
But I just thought that was really cool, and I wanted to text someone about it and be like, holy shit, there's cowbell in September.
You just text your therapist, holy shit, there's cowbell in September.
But I thought someone might being like, is he having a stroke right now?
Are you good?
There's cowbell in September, guys. Someone
just everyone something. Else has already heard it. They already know it's common knowledge, and you just had no idea. And I was of course there's fucking cowbell in September, you dumbass.
But you didn't know that.
No, I didn't. But to be fair, I don't really hear that song that much unless it's at weddings or some sort of occasion like that where there's dancing involved.
That's fair. Just listen for it next time.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it after this and try to identify the cowbell.
Yeah. You're gonna like it.
Sick.
But that was kind of the biggest thing that's happened to me this week.
Hey, that's huge.
Right? Huge.
You've had a big week.
Cowbell. If you're listening after, listen to the full 50, 55, 100, 160 minutes, whatever. Listen that full length.
Could be 100.
You have to listen to the whole podcast. And then, only then, do I give you permission to listen to September by Earth, Wind & Fire so you can listen to the cowbell.
Listen for the cowbell.
So ominous.
Sick. All right.
That was my week.
Anything else? That was it? That was your week?
One thing.
Okay.
Mini rant.
Oh,
mini rant. So some NFL publication said, pick one of these teams and throw them out. They're a fraud.
Yeah.
It was the Bills, the Dolphins, us, and the Cowboys.
Wow.
It's pick one of them. And so many people were Vikings. It's why would you pick the Vikings when we beat the Bills, we beat the Dolphins? How are we fraudulent? How you know what? That's all I'm going to say.
We're frauds.
How is that still possible?
We're frauds. Hey, I want to be a fraud because we're flying under the radar, baby. Then we'll come soaring out from under the clouds and fucking take them down.
We were ranked 8th in the power rankings.
Good.
Doesn't make sense.
Good. That's where we live. That's where we thrive.
You're right. Do you have search history?
I do.
I've
got two things I was going to talk about. The first one is stupid, and the second one is a little more researched. Okay, so the first thing I searched, which I actually searched right before we started recording, right before you came over, because I thought of that intro that I did with the silly geese.
Yeah.
So then in my mind, for some reason, it popped in my head that in elementary school, we read a book about a goose that could write on a chalkboard. Do you remember this?
No.
Yeah. So I was like, what the fuck was that book called? I looked up book about a goose who can write on a chalkboard.
That's really creative. I'm really proud of you.
And it came up. The book is called The Trumpet of the Swan. Do you remember this?
So it's a trumpet?
Yeah, so it's actually a swan. And it's not a goose. It's not a goose.
Is there a chalkboard?
I think so. I'm on the Wikipedia page, and I didn't read through the whole thing. I just wanted to confirm to myself that this book did exist, and I didn't make this up. And now the memories came flooding back. It's amazing how your memory can do this, right? It's amazing. Like, I thought, did that happen? Now I know for sure. We read this in the 3rd grade. They read this to us.
Can I see that?
Trumpet of the Swan. You want to go ahead and read me
The Trumpet of the Swan by
what that's
E.B.
about?
White. First edition cover art by Edward Franceschino.
Amazing.
Author E.B. White. Illustrator. I just said him. Country, United States.
Yeah.
Language, English.
Yep.
Genre, horror.
It's a children's book.
Children's novel.
Which is why they read it to us in 3rd grade.
In Canada during the spring of 1968, the cob, the name of the adult male swan,
Yeah.
and the pen, the name for an adult female swan, both trumpeter swans. Okay, that's
Trumpeter swans.
Okay, that's where it comes
from. Trumpet. And the swan's name, Louis. Like Louis Armstrong. Trumpet.
Oh.
Connections.
I didn't get to that part yet.
Well, I just remembered that. So
They build their summer nest on a small island in a pond.
He has no voice.
Did you want me to read this?
I skimmed it, but he has no voice.
The swans are worried when Sam Beaver.
He has a love interest named Serena.
Did you want to read this?
No, keep going.
An 11-year-old boy on a camping trip with his father begins coming to the lake every day to watch them. The cob believes that human boys are dangerous. One day, while the pen steps away from her eggs to stretch her legs, a fox slips up behind her.
Whoa, I don't remember that.
Well,
there's a fox?
Of course you don't remember. You didn't actually read it.
Well,
Sam chases the fox away, saving both the female and her eggs. After this incident, the swans begin to trust him. Oh, they begin to trust the boy.
Yeah, the boy.
After the hatching of their cygnets, I'm assuming that's a term for
cygnets?
Cygnets?
Sure. What am I, a fucking genius? I know about swans.
A bird theorist. The cob proudly leads his brood. I like that. I love that word.
Brood.
My brood.
Who wrote this Wikipedia article? You deserve a raise.
The cygnets each chirp at Sam in greeting, except for the youngest, who is named Louis and is unable to chirp but pulls Sam's shoelace instead.
He has no voice.
This seems like a really long children's story.
Yeah, we're not going to finish the...
I thought it was like one of those 10-page,
No, it was like a real book.
Oh.
Pretty crazy. Maybe we read it as a class. I don't know. I just remember it was the 3rd grade.
So Louis can write on a chalkboard? Is that because he can't speak?
Yeah, so he has no voice. So he learns how to write on the chalkboard, and then he becomes like a fucking anomaly in this fucking town. They're like, holy shit, that swan can write in English.
Louis Armstrong blind?
No, you're thinking of Ray Charles, I think.
Then what's
or Stevie Wonder?
Yeah.
Or Helen Keller.
Then what was Louis Armstrong's thing? He
played the trumpet.
He had but no impairments?
Not that I know of.
So then why are they making this?
Because he's a trumpeter swan.
But why did he have to not be able to speak?
I don't know, man. Whatever. That book was so old though. Like even when we were kids, why were they reading us that book? It was from 1968.
When did you read that? I never read that.
3rd grade.
That was that weird elementary school education that you had. I went to the rival school.
Yeah.
Where we were taught to do our taxes.
You guys read more intelligent things like War and Peace.
Yeah. Did you read the Weird Fern Grows? Where the Red Fern Grows?
No, I don't think I did. No.
You didn't? They didn't make you fucking bawl when you were in 3rd grade?
No.
That's nice.
I've never read that. I don't even know what the story is.
All right.
It's a hole in my knowledge.
No, it's just a really sad story about a boy with his 2 dogs.
Oh, I hate a sad story about a dog.
Me too.
The dog probably dies.
No.
All right. So, anyways, that was just a nice trip down memory lane for me. Okay. And it's amazing that I can remember things.
Is you remembered that book existed? Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thanks, man. Crazy.
Hey man, if my highlight of this week is noticing like a small
You noticed a cowbell in a song.
then I think you're doing fine.
All right, so my other thing that I was searching was a little more serious, and I was actually curious about it. Because in America, we feed our citizens garbage. Isn't that right?
What the fuck?
Don't we? We eat...
Americans eat like shit. Isn't that right, Jonathan, as I look deep into your eyes?
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah,
I meant we eat a lot of processed food, right? Yeah. And it's like, why are we doing this? Why don't we eat healthier? Exactly. It's fucking bullshit, though. They're trying to kill us. Mm-hmm. We're eating poison on a daily basis. So I looked up why that is, and I found a couple articles that were a little helpful. They helped me take a deeper dive into this topic. And so basically, there was a study done between 2001 and 2018 on the diet of an average American, right? So they broke up the diet into 4 different categories. Minimally processed foods, whole foods such as vegetables, fruits, grains, meat, and dairy.
I've had some of those.
Processed culinary ingredients such as olive oil, butter, sugar, and salt.
I eat a lot of
processed foods such as cheese, canned fish, and canned beans. And fourth and finally, ultra-processed foods such as frozen pizza, soda, fast food, sweets, salty snacks, canned soup, and most breakfast cereals.
Canned soup?
Canned soup!
That's ultra-processed?
Ultra-processed.
We're putting that on the same level as frozen pizza?
Yes.
Wow.
And soda. So, what they found was in the first year of this study between 2001 and 2002...
Wait. I'm sorry. Why did you... what sparked this?
Why does anyone think of anything?
Okay.
I think I was just eating. I think after this whole weekend of just binge eating, I was like, man, I feel like shit. We just eat a bunch of shit in this country. Why do we do that? So then here we go.
That's okay.
Here we are.
That makes sense.
Continue. Yeah. So in the first year of the study, between 2001 and 2002, they found that 53.5% of calories eaten by Americans were ultra-processed foods. Over half their diet.
Who would do that?
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Then, so in the years 2017 to 2018, that percentage went all the way up to 57%.
No
Almost
way.
2/3 of people's diets is ultra-processed foods like fast food and frozen pizza and soda. What are we doing here? Why do they do this to us? You know why they do it?
Oh, sorry. Tell me why they do it.
Money, baby.
Yeah.
So basically, let me just find my place in this article. I totally lost it.
Don't you hate when that happens?
I know. I had it all lined up, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to this article now and read this point, and then now I'm totally lost. Totally lost.
When
lost
I gave a speech on graduation day in high school, mm-hmm. I was mid-sentence and I completely lost my focus and forgot where I was, and I.
Really? I don't remember that. I watched that speech.
I ad-libbed and it was fucking horrible.
You did?
Yeah.
I remember thinking that speech was great.
I just started shouting out at people.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
I remember that part.
I got back on track at one point.
It was a good speech, though. You were the best man for the job. No one else was going to do a better job.
I was one of 6 people and the only man to apply.
The best man for the job, baby.
Technically also the worst. Did you find your spot?
Yeah. Okay, so the reason that they do this is to do stuff like lengthen shelf life, maximize flavor, visual appeal, texture, odor, speed that it's digested, but it also is a way to essentially get people more addicted, especially with things like sugar and salt. They say that, or neuroscientists believe that many people find those additives, like added sugars, stuff like that, as addictive as opioids or nicotine. We're all addicts out here.
Yeah, I believe that. I have a pretty nasty Coke Zero habit I've yet to kick.
I know. That shit's like fucking crack, baby.
It is.
I can't get off of it.
So good for you, too.
Oh, God.
There's no calories. How can it be bad?
How could it possibly be bad?
Theoretically, if all I drank was Coke Zero and I never ate anything.
Theoretically, you would be in a good spot calorie-wise.
Right? I wouldn't gain any weight.
It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know how
That's true.
Food science works.
But the whole point is, it's cheaper for them to create these processed foods, right? And they want poor people to keep eating like shit so they can keep dying and the rich people can stay rich and the fucking kids, they're killing our kids.
So in theory, if demand rose for, whole foods, natural stuff that didn't contain all that shit, then theoretically it should be more competitive. That stuff should be more available, and thus the price should be driven down.
Right.
But as it currently stands, shitty food is the cheapest shit, and so that's what people are going to stick with. And that's kind of like the shame for like, food stamps and SNAP. People have, X amount of dollars each month that they're allowed to spend.
Yeah.
So, so you see criticism, people saying, people only get junk food with that. Well, you kind of have to, because you either, buy like a week's worth of quality food or like a month's worth of shite food.
Yeah. But then it also leads to kids eating like shit, because when you have kids, you have less money. When you have less money, you spend less money, so you buy the cheaper stuff. Yep. Now our kids are growing up eating this garbage, which is why a bunch of kids are obese, a bunch of adults are obese. We're all just a bunch of fat fucks over here sitting on our fucking silver thrones, waiting to be shat on by fucking the man upstairs. But also, actually, this is another point. Like for real though, like products like applesauce, ketchup, they add sugar to that shit. Like, why? There's already sugar in apples. There's already sugar in tomatoes. What are we doing here, guys? This is turning into my rant of the day.
Have you ever had sugar-free ketchup?
Yes. They have it as options now.
Does it, any flavor difference?
No. Not significantly, not with ketchup at least. Like, maybe you can taste it. Like, if you had like sugar-free, like a dessert, then yeah, you might taste it, because those are foods that are, so like, you eat it for the sugar, right? You're there for the sweetness. But with something like ketchup, I've had sugar-free ketchup, and it's like, it's a topping. You put it on something. It's not there to be the focal point of the taste anyways. So it really doesn't make a big difference for me. Same with like barbecue sauce. There's barbecue sauce options with no sugars added. And I'm sure there's like...
Hold on.
I don't even want to go...
Some of the best barbecue sauces feature brown sugar as like a staple.
Okay, but those are like quality barbecue sauces though, probably. Right?
You're right. So now let's talk about our favorite barbecue sauces.
A1. Sweet Baby Ray's.
A1, I don't even think of that as a barbecue sauce.
I don't either. I don't know why it was the first thing that come up.
It's a terrible steak
It was the first thing that came to mind. I don't know why. Tabasco.
Tabasco's not...
I know.
I don't think you know what barbecue is. For me, McDonald's barbecue sauce.
Szechuan.
So how do we break the cycle? Dr. Elliott.
We don't. We're all going to die.
All right. Easy enough.
Woo!
Wipe our hands clean.
Got it. That was the rant of the day.
Problem solved.
I didn't even know I was going to go on a rant like that, but here we are.
I'm really proud of you for busting loose there.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to let it off your chest. You got to just let it spray, baby.
I didn't know fat people made you so angry.
No, okay, to be clear, I'm not fat shaming.
I didn't know you
I'm not shaming
them,
people,
myself included, so much.
No, it is not about... You can live whatever lifestyle you want. You can try. We're all just trying to take care of our bodies the best way that we know how, but we're not being given any help with the food that we're forced to eat and that is made available to us. Thank you. Closing statements.
I am going to try to get in better shape.
I'm not telling you have to. I'm just saying that food
I'll try to do better for you,
and that is put on our table is fucked.
I'll try to do better for you.
All right.
I actually saw a TikTok for like this, high protein, low calorie, like chicken that like features like a low cal, Raising Cane's sauce.
Yeah. Ooh, I love Raising Cane's.
I'm gonna try it out. I'll let you know.
Probably ultra processed, but fuck that. I want to eat it anyway.
No. Like you make the sauce yourself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you make it?
You just put stuff in other stuff.
Sick.
And then it's supposed to
put stuff in other stuff, baby.
I mean, it's just like at the end of the day, it's literally just like grilled chicken and like a homemade sauce. So it's
that's true.
Nothing ground.
It's probably like mayo and ketchup.
It's close.
All right, that was my search history. You got anything?
Yeah, man. I'm loaded up.
He's loaded up. He's filled to the brim.
With,
he's so full. He's actually just going to save it for next episode.
Yeah.
I can see his cup is runneth over.
We'll want to touch on it next week.
Yeah,
it's important that we don't talk about.
I took up way too much time with that segment. So
no, that was perfect. I thought it was a fruitful conversation. We learned that you shouldn't have children because they're too expensive and you can't feed them properly. And then Elliott hates fat people was the other.
I do not
was
stop.
The other thing
no, just do not spread rumors about
there.
that.
Don't.
Do not spread rumors. I love people of all lifestyles and sizes. Whatever you are, I love you.
Oh.
Mwah.
Oh.
That was a kiss for all you unremarkables out there. Okay.
What was it?
Give me the question of the day.
All right. I thought of this on the drive over.
Sick.
Part one of this question: when you were growing up, and you don't have to single out a specific period of your life, but what did you want to do when you were growing up? Like, what did you say if you were in 5th grade, and I asked you, Elliott, what do you want to do when you're an adult?
Yeah.
What do you want to do when you grow up? What would you say?
What I wanted to be when I grew up was a musician.
Yeah.
Or a performer of some kind. That is what my dream always was. I always wanted to perform in front of crowds. I wanted to be in a band or be a rapper or be something cool like that where I could make music, perform it, go on the road, do mad drugs, and die by 27.
You're running out of time to live that lifestyle if the end goal is to die by 27.
Well, no. I mean,
You're 26.
that part I can... That's true. I'll have to burn bright and fast. That's what all the best ones, that's what all the legends do.
The classic rapper way.
No, I could do without that last part now. And that was a joke anyways. I wouldn't want to die at 27. That's insane. But yeah,
that was like a consistent dream of yours?
Yeah, for sure. Like if you actually, like legitimately, if you would ask me when I was like 12, 13, even 14, 15, I probably would have been like, oh, I'm going to be a musician. Which is a stupid dream. I'm not even close or talented enough to do so. So
I think you have the talent.
Thanks, man. Well, now anyone can be a rapper. I just need someone who knows how to make beats. I could learn how to do it myself. I could just be a rapper in 2 seconds.
Need to, like, put Young or Lil in front of some stupid word, so that way people know it's like, oh, it's like a white rapper. He's ironic.
I'll just be Young Unremarkable.
You can't take that.
Lil Impossible. That's actually pretty hard.
That is actually pretty hard. That's pretty dope.
It's pretty fucking hard.
I had so many phases growing up. One of the earliest I can think of, I wanted to be a rheumatologist.
A what?
A rheumatologist.
What is that?
It's a type of doctor.
What type of doctor is that?
If I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure a rheumatologist, I feel like, and I could be completely wrong, I feel like they specialize in like arthritis.
For some reason, when you said a rheumatologist, I thought of someone who knows a lot about rooms.
Can I have your phone so I can Google it?
Yeah.
The reason this came up was because we have a family friend who, like, when I was young, she's like, you should do this because you make a lot of money.
Oh.
And you don't have to do the other stuff that, other doctors do. Do you want Google to allow your current
location? Shit.
Okay. Yeah, arthritis and immune system related disease.
So you'd want to work with old people, kind of.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or people with joint issues.
That was what I wanted to do for like the longest time, but it was solely motivated because I was told, A, you make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And B, you don't have to do like a lot of like really gross stuff.
True. Like you're a doctor, but like you're not like a surgeon or something. You're dealing with people with arthritis, Yeah. You're helping people, but you're not. It's not intense. It's not as intense.
In my understanding, not as intense. That burned out fairly quickly because...
Wait, what ages was that from?
I want to say I was like 9 or 10, maybe.
I'm surprised you even knew what a rheumatologist was. I just learned what a rheumatologist is today.
I knew a person in middle school that wanted to be like an anesthesiologist.
Those people fucking suck.
Like, what a weird
What
profession.
kind of a 10-year-old... What kind of a household are you growing up in where your dream is to be an anesthesiologist? I was dreaming big. I wanted to be a fucking superstar. These kids wanted to go to school?
I guess it's better than like the kids that like wanted to be like a fire truck when they grew up,
I want to be a fire truck. Well, those kids are they went to the other classes.
I hope they got to become firemen. How many people have actually like achieved their dreams though?
I would bet
few.
Less than 1% of people achieve their actual dreams.
Yeah. But then from rheumatology, I wanted to become a lawyer.
Nice.
That lasted a while. Then I wanted to be, for the longest time, I wanted to be like a psychologist, like a practicing psychotherapist.
Nice.
Had like grand plans. And then high school, senior year, I wanted to get in politics because I had an incredible AP Gov teacher. And I remember telling him like one of the last days of school, I was like, I just want to thank you. I've already declared my major for college. I literally just said, I'm going to study political science.
That's all you really have to do.
You're not declaring anything. You're not special.
I declared business.
Yeah. But I told him I wanted to get into politics and, eventually work in government and be an elected official. And he's like, that's great. Just get ready for a life of paltry pay. And I was like, thanks.
Damn. Hey, at least he was honest, right?
He was very honest, which I appreciated and I still appreciate. And then obviously that flamed out, during college. It started, was in government in college and You got to see how just at the the lowest level how shitty people are. Yeah. And it's like, man, I don't want to do this. So yeah, that's kind of been my path. If you could pick what you do for a living right now, do you think you would pick like same thing, performer, music?
I mean, honestly, that still sounds dope. Like, yeah. Like if I had the talent, I had the resources, I had the people around me to help me create a good product in terms of music.
If you had the people?
Yeah. I mean, like if I had like...
You don't think...
You want to be... Are we starting a band?
No. I just I feel like I could help you. I'm really in I got my finger on the pulse of of music.
You were listening to September today and just heard the cowbell for the first time.
You're right. Not a lot of
You've really got an ear for music.
Not a lot of people would pick up on those subtleties.
That's true. Not the fucking whoever the fucking singer of Earth, Wind and Fire is. He just hears this and he's like, "Wow, good ear. No one's ever caught the cowbell before."
I wonder if he's still alive.
I have no idea.
I mean, the song was popular in the 70s, 80s?
Probably, yeah.
I hope he is. Wherever you are.
God bless you.
Thanks for adding that cowbell.
I hope you're listening.
I only picked up on it 15 years after hearing the song for the first time. Yeah, I think now if I could choose what I did, something in comedy. So if it's this, I would consider this.
Look at what we're doing right now.
Comedy, right? But I would like to make money. Which circles back to
you fuckers out there listening to this. You're not helping us a lick.
You have so much and we have so little.
So much. You have so much to give. Just give a little more.
Just start begging.
Please.
I'm on my knees. If you're not watching YouTube, I'm on my knees.
I'm on my knees.
Elliott's frequently on his knees begging for money.
Yes. In all seriousness, actually, we do appreciate every person out there listening to this. Whether this is your first time, you've listened to every episode, we appreciate every single one of you out there. And if you feel so inclined, please tell your friends and everyone you've ever met in your entire fucking life.
You don't got to send us money, although that would be really cool.
I mean, if you did, that'd be sick.
But just spreading the word, it helps a lot. And even, man, I mean, we'd probably still do this if only we had, if we had only had a single loyal listener.
It's true.
I think it's still probably worth it for us to talk shit for 50 to 55 minutes a week.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah. I mean, what else are we going to do?
What else am I going to do with my fucking life?
Come on.
Hey, come on. I'm podcasting here.
So, does that mean for sure you would choose rapper?
I don't know.
Or just just broad musician?
I'd probably land on rapper just because that's the type of music I listen to. Not that I could do it, guys. I'm not saying I have the talent to do it,
this
okay?
Guy thinks
I'm just saying if I could, fucking just give myself that talent and do that job, I'd be a rapper. I'd fucking win a Grammy. Why not?
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
But if you win a Grammy, you have to make corny-ass, shitty music.
Yeah, but I got millies in the bank then.
That's true. Do you make money when you win a Grammy?
Probably not. I don't think they give you extra money for getting a Grammy.
I don't know.
Unless the label has a deal with you, maybe. If you win an award, maybe you have some sort of incentive. I have no idea. Oh, I wonder if they do have incentives in their contracts or whatever they have with their labels.
Chance didn't have a label though, did he?
No.
So he got nothing?
He just got a Grammy.
I would probably...
then you can say you won a Grammy.
I would probably pawn my Grammy immediately.
Oh.
It's just a piece.
It's just a fucking trophy. Who gives a shit?
I have so many trophies.
It's on TV. They saw you.
I actually have very few.
They know who you are.
I have very little trophies.
Well,
I have a trophy that says something about making it to age 24.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait, didn't they give that to you? Some of our friends gave that to you on your birthday?
Yeah.
Congrats.
If you're uninitiated, I have this long...
Can't wait to give you another one next year.
I won't make it to 50.
Yeah.
Hence the trophy for doing something that very few people do. Make it to age 24.
Hey, it's a milestone for sure. You did it.
Thank you. Do you have any news of the bizarre variety?
I've got plenty of news that is bizarre that we should talk about.
Okay.
All right. So.
All right.
I've got 3 articles.
I feel like
prepared.
I do a fairly decent McConaughey, but only if I'm saying those words.
Give it to me right now.
I just did it.
Do it again. I didn't hear it.
There's too much pressure.
Come on.
I'm trying to decide if I want to do something completely...
Murph!
No, I just I didn't know if I was going to do a Muppet sound instead because it'd throw you off the scent.
Yeah.
Make you think I actually can't do a good McConaughey.
Okay, so I've got 3 options here. I'm going to pick maybe a couple.
I just did it. I just did it again.
I didn't hear it. Do it again. I'm just kidding.
All right, fuck you.
Okay.
Just go.
It's from USA Today. The headline is, Why is a giant sculpture of Elon Musk on a goat's body being driven around Texas?
Why?
Let's get into it.
Did you read the entirety of this article?
I did. Okay, so I was just trying to decide if I want to read like the little like kind of blurb at the beginning.
Yeah.
Austin, Texas. It can seem hard to avoid Elon Musk these days, especially if you live in central Texas near Tesla and other companies led by the billionaire. And if that weren't enough, self-described massive Elon fans. Who are these people?
I know some.
Wait till you see the picture of these guys, by the way.
The picture of the statue or the picture of the fans?
Both.
Okay.
Massive Elon fans are driving a giant sculpture of Musk's face on the body of a goat riding on a rocket and around the area of Austin, Texas. The owners of the sculpture run a cryptocurrency firm called Elon Goat Token and say it is meant to pay homage to Musk's contributions to cryptocurrency. The sculpture is intended to symbolize that Musk is the GOAT, an acronym for greatest of all time, in case you didn't know.
Yeah,
in case you had no idea. Which is why the billionaire's head is on the body of a goat. Ooh, get this. The goat is also wearing a Dogecoin chain. Here, wait, look at this. Look at it. That's them in a Costco parking lot. It doesn't even look that much like him, to be honest.
Cryptocurrency is so stupid. And the fact that this group of people formed a coin just to, jerk off their all-father, their god.
These Muskers.
Man, I don't want to talk about it a lot, but I very much dislike cryptocurrency.
You goosers!
You goosers.
You goosers!
But I like the word gooser. I don't want to call people goosers because that's my word.
Okay.
That's my word I use.
No, that's fair. It is your word. You did make it up.
Thank you.
It sits on the back of a semi-trailer and is more than 30 feet long, 20 feet tall.
Jesus Christ.
And Musk's head alone, which is wearing the Dogecoin necklace, is 6 feet tall.
I think cryptocurrency is objectively in a worse place since Elon got involved.
It really is.
But I'm not saying it has anything to do with Elon. It's just like the natural response to, fake currency.
Right.
It can only go so far.
Right. I don't understand it enough to talk about it.
But
what the fuck is cryptocurrency? I don't know. I don't care. I'm not on it.
I will say, it's weird, but the execution of...
To be fair, whoever built this, it looks exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They did a pretty good job.
Also, the sculpture includes features such as simulated rocket fire, smoke, lasers, and lightning.
That's pretty cool. All right,
these guys are... they did a good job.
They did a good job.
If you're going to build a statue or a statue like this, they did a fucking hell of a job on it. So anyways, they plan to present this to Elon Musk at Tesla headquarters in Austin, I believe. Yes. But he has not acknowledged its existence or whether he knows that it exists or if he will accept the
Is it
sculpture.
like a Trojan horse?
Look at these guys. These are the founders of the company. Look at Neckbeard.
Yeah, if you had asked me to freehand sketch 3 people that I believe seriously bought into cryptocurrency, I would probably come up with
those
these.
are them. That's them.
But damn, that is a nice sculpture.
It is.
How long that took.
It really is. Maybe we'll post that on Instagram after, just so people can see it.
Should we get a sculpture of us?
We should get a big
around
sculpture.
Town. That's great exposure.
Yeah, actually is, man. Let's get
We need just a sick marketing ploy. One time, and then we're set.
If any of you know how to sculpt a big statue thing, that could be something cool, I don't know, you looking all sad and tiny, and me looking big and strong.
Yeah, if you could just do that for this,
then that would be really good for us. Okay, I'm gonna do one more.
He's 5'2", by the way. If you wanted to make a statue,
I'm not 5'2".
If you wanted to make a statue of him, he's 5'2".
I'm 5'2". I'm not 5'2".
I'm gonna clip that. I'm
clip it. I'm 5'2".
I'm 5'2".
I'm not 5'2", but I'm not that much taller than 5'2", so I don't even want to tell you my real height.
Aren't you 5'5"?
5'6".
Really?
On a good day.
That's actually taller than I thought.
Thanks, man.
You look really short. I'm kidding.
To be fair, I really do. Every time I see myself, all my friends are fucking 6 feet tall. Every time I see a picture of myself, I'm like, why do I look like a goddamn tiny person? I look like a Keebler elf.
Yeah, I came across some like old high school photos of us, like freshman year.
Yeah.
I mean, I look tall.
I look like a white Smurf.
I'm not even tall. I had a coworker today. We were in a conversation about heights, oddly enough. All of us like in a meeting. And the guy who was talking about it, he also listens. Thanks for listening each week, Joe.
Shout out you, Joe.
He is 6'7".
Holy shit.
And we're talking about heights, and he's like, yeah, Jonathan, you're 6'4", right? I'm like, what?
I wish.
I totally wish, but like I'm like 6 feet, like not even like an inch tall, like not even like half an inch or a quarter inch, like 6 feet flat. Like
that's
I'm
solid.
Barely 6 feet.
Hey.
How could you think I'm 6'4"?
Yeah, that's pretty significant.
That would
like,
be huge.
I feel like when you're in the 5 range, there's not that big of a difference. Like
Yeah.
if someone's 5'8", someone's 5'6", like from afar, you're like, they're just both kind of shorter. But like once you get 6 and above, like it's a pretty significant difference between 6 foot and 6'4".
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, that 6'4" guy's fucking tall.
Like that guy is very tall. Whereas like for me, it's like, okay, yeah, he's a pretty good height.
Yeah.
That's it. Which is fine. You know, I'm happy.
You're 6 feet, man. You cracked the sixes.
I did it. I was told always when I was growing up, I was told, you know, that I was going to be 6 feet. I guess the doctor when I was born, or like after one of my first checkups, they said, yeah, he's going to be tall. He's going to be 6 feet. I never believed him.
Wow.
And then it happened.
You made it.
And that was the best thing that had ever happened to me. Nothing's been good since.
You're closing in on the 3 6s that women look for, right?
No.
6 feet.
No.
6 figures.
No.
And 6 toes.
6. Yeah, I only have 6 toes.
Yeah.
Ladies. Emily, I'm joking. I'm not looking for anyone else.
Emily's a lucky lady. All right, so this article is entitled Drunk England Fan Accidentally Orders 160 McDonald's Nuggets After World Cup Win.
How do you do that accidentally?
I don't know.
Were they in
Dumbass. A drunk England fan mistakenly ordered 160 McDonald's chicken nuggets while celebrating a 3-0 World Cup victory against Wales.
3-0.
3-0. 3-0. The footy fan was unable to comprehend how to use Deliveroo. Have you used that before? Or is that a European thing?
That sounds like an English
Deliveroo. Deliver-O-O is how it's spelled.
It's probably Deliveroo.
Deliveroo. Whatever. When she placed the mega order for a whopping 60 pounds.
Like kangaroo.
Like kangaroo.
60 pounds? What's that in American dollars?
I don't know. Pounds isn't fucking
What's that
real.
in real currency?
She had only wanted a normal portion of 20 McNuggets, but ended up with 8 times the amount after knocking back drinks during Tuesday's crunch match.
What time was it for them there?
I don't know. They're 6 hours ahead, right? The game was at 1 o'clock our time. It was probably like 7 p.m.
What day was it? Was it this Tuesday? Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
You're getting.
This was on a Tuesday.
I mean, I guess they're.
The game started at 7.
I guess they're English, but
they probably have the next day off. It's probably a fucking holiday after England wins a World Cup match because they never fucking win anything.
Yeah. Remember when we kicked your asses?
We dominated you in that 0-0 tie.
No, I was talking about the Revolutionary War.
Oh.
And the War of 1812.
Yeah, that too. We did good in that.
Crushed you.
Yeah, crushed them.
We just scare away our single English fan.
We have one in the UK. He's like, fuck these guys.
Fuck these.
Fucking whatever.
Buggers.
Twats.
Twats.
Can I say twat? I don't know.
And we just did.
Fucking gooser.
Oh. Don't go off my word.
I think I must have been trying to add sweet and sour sauce, but instead adding extra nuggets, she joked.
You wanted what, like 10 extra?
How many sauces did she want with these fucking nuggets? How drunk was this lady? At least it meant today's breakfast and lunch are sorted. I love how British people fucking speak. Sorted. It's fucking sorted.
I wish I had an English accent.
Yeah. Do you remember when we in high school ordered like 120 McNuggets? Did we do
I
something
swear
like
there was
that?
one time we got up to like 200.
200 McNuggets.
They were pissed.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
But we also had like 10 people, so like it kind of made sense.
Right, like it was an even distribution of nuggets per person, right?
One time we called ahead, and then I think it was the time that we ordered like 200 and we like went in person. They were not happy.
Probably not, but I mean, to be fair, I mean, it was probably just a bunch of high school kids behind the counter.
But also think of it this way. They sell 20 McNuggets just like normally.
That's just 10 orders.
Yeah, how
many orders do they do in a night?
10 cars coming in a row.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, hey, we need 200 nuggets like in the next 2 minutes.
Right.
It's
like we just need them when they're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absurd.
It was a good time, though.
Yeah. I haven't had McDonald's in a hot minute. We should go get some McNuggets.
Next episode, I'll bring some. I'll stop some on the way.
Goes on a rant about processed food, wants to go to McDonald's
Let's
next.
get chicken McNuggies.
Let's get McNugs.
I have a coworker who really hated listening to us chew in the Hot Ones episode.
Well,
so I think we should get nuggets next week and
just eat them on mic. Well, I'm sorry that you tuned into the one episode where we ate on mic. I don't know. There's like 12 other episodes. I'm sorry.
There's like 14 other episodes.
Cool. 14 other ones you can choose from. Great.
Can you believe we haven't even been doing this for 6 months? It feels like an eternity.
Couldn't believe it.
An eternity.
Wow. You hate it that much, huh?
No. I feel like I've invested so much time. And
yeah, I mean, we do
so
put
long.
a lot of effort into this thing, which is why we need more effort from you guys out there. Give us more, baby.
Brooke,
send me money.
Connor, Mackenzie, I know you have more friends.
Come on. I know you do. If you don't have any friends to tell about this podcast, then if we're your only friends, then
okay. All right. Let's not try to alienate.
All right, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're all very popular people who should share this wonderful podcast you listen to with all those other friends.
We should just get like progressively more aggressive and like berate our fan base.
Yeah,
for not doing enough.
There's just gonna be a bunch of fucking fucked up people who love it.
We're kidding. We love you. Thanks for tuning in. If you took time out of your day, we appreciate it.
We appreciate
means
you
a whole lot.
Do you have anything else you wanted to touch on before we head out here? Before we call it a day?
No. Did you?
I've got some closing thoughts. Play me out, baby. Play me out. Can't you believe that I remembered that book about the goose? That was insane. It was a swan, actually, but it was crazy.
That was so cool.
The human memory is amazing. Did you know Cowbell is in September? I didn't know that.
Seriously, listen after this.
I'm going to, yeah.
Good.